Morning, everyone. It's 8:35 on Tuesday, the 27th of April. Getting much closer to that sell in May and go away target date, but we had a bunch of earnings today. And excuse me, what's interesting about most of these earnings is that nobody really cares. I mean, if you're not absolutely blowing it away, you get nothing for it. And if you come in short, you get punished. So Tesla beat top and bottom line. The stock is 721.50, down 16.70. That's off of yesterday's close, which at that point in time was actually up $8.80. So the loss on a day-by-day basis is really about half that. BP beat top and bottom line. Stock is 25.42, up 42 cents, 1.7%. HSBC had a big beat. The stock is 30.30, up 97 cents or 3.3. So that's fairly respectable. UBS had a beat, but of course had $750 million in loss to Archegos. The stock is $14.99, down 39 cents or 2.5%. Nomura had its worst miss in a decade, plus $2.5 billion for Archegos, and the stock is $5.35, basically unchanged. Excuse me, Archer Daniels Midland. I mentioned this one yesterday because it is so closely tied to agricultural inflation. They had a beat, and the stock is trading up $2.07 at 62.05. So that's 3.5%. That's a decent move here. UPS had a beat. That one is substantially higher. 188.17, up 12.36 or 7%. 3M had a beat top and bottom line, and it's trading around 198, and that's down almost $2 or roughly 1%. The big disappointment for me is that the GE beat had a slight miss on revenues but beat on earnings, and the stock is currently trading 13.22, down 36, 2.6%. But historically, that one has rallied after the news, so we have plenty of time on those options. They're still in the monies, and I'm hopeful we'll see that turn here. The big news around is still exactly the same. India, India, India. Practically collapse. On last night's news, you saw that what their healthcare system looks like. They have people literally lined up outside the hospitals on gurneys because they don't have any rooms left, and they have a massive shortage of oxygen. So we're not even talking about ICUs being at capacity. We're talking about entire hospitals and an entire healthcare system past capacity, on the edge of collapse. We also, on a little less humanitarian note, we have a Fed meeting this week, so we'll see what happens there. I can't imagine it's going to mean anything. Asia is down, Europe is about unchanged, and here at home, the futures are pointing to basically an unchanged open. The only thing that's up of any meaning is the S&P, up about $4. The Dow is currently showing down $4, and the NASDAQ is up 22 cents. Chart on the screen. I have two I want to show you this morning. The first is Bitcoin, and we've had a tremendous rally in the Bitcoin off the low. I'll call it what I called it yesterday, which was this is a reversal back to the upside. We came back down. We tested support in this 47,000 area. We could still make a slightly lower low, but I kind of doubt it. But we definitely need some backing and filling in here before we can start back up. This is an area of great supply, and there was, very big volume on the break. a little less so on the reversal, but bottom line is I think that this continues to work higher. No reason to change my 68 to 72,000 estimate on it. And the position we put on yesterday, UNG, the ETF for nat gas. Nat gas is up again today. We bought this at support right near the low. In fact, we paid the low of the day 35 cents for the options, and I believe they closed 52 cents and will probably be a little higher this morning. We closed on the highs yesterday, and this morning and last night we had not very much action, but we have made a slightly higher high, 290.3 versus yesterday's 288.4. So we'll see. This also is in an area that could be important supply, so we may jump out of this unless it gets going a bit here. I certainly won't sit for a lot to the downside. All right, everyone, have a good morning. I'll be back later. Oh, and I want to mention that in tonight's Daily Note, with all of this tax talk, I want to go over again the information on futures, because the futures, as I've mentioned in the past, as has Dennis Marlowe, our trader, that there's a huge tax advantage in trading futures. So I'll go over that tonight. Have a good day. Be careful out there. This is a market that really requires some caution.